But anyway, let's go ahead and knock out, put a ring on it. Go ahead and like up the video. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. All right. Did I copy it? Okay, perfect. Okay, so here we are. Let's do put a ring on it. Let me, give me 1 second, y'all. All right, so Otis and Charlie. So Otis returns and lets her know that he felt bad about the last season. I'm sorry, not the last season, the last date or something like that. The last session, that's what it was. He is acknowledging his wrong and he does apologize to her, right? So he really hurt, he really sick. But what really made Otis sick was that dress. That dress had him sick because when he left, he was like, oh, she look good. Oh my God, my girl really could be going out here with somebody else, okay? So he's trying to get his life together. But what was getting me was him not getting them tears together because he was forcing the hell out of them. And I said, not Otis, you not gonna play to people like this, ain't he? Child, if you don't cut your, he really was trying to cry, y'all. It was sad. He really was trying to tear up. Anyway, so she says he never holds himself accountable, and he didn't even want to. She said he didn't even want. He didn't even want to hold himself accountable a few minutes ago. You walk out, then you come back, and now you want to say you sorry. Girl, he must have went out and talked to one of them producers. Anyway, or either that or realize you drove and he didn't feel like taking no Uber. But anyway, he goes on to say that he doesn't want to see a life without Charlie, though. And she received it. And you could just tell in her face, she was so happy to see him react. First of all, when he was walking back in there, she had already smiled. Like, yeah, I knew he was going to come back. Where he ain't going to leave me. Leave who? Not me. Okay, so he was coming back, right? So she already had a little grin. So when he accepted the accountability, she really was smiling. And she really was happy. And I said, oh, girl, this all it was giving like that night. Do you hear me? I said, oh, they finna have a good night. That's all it was giving. I said, girl, that's all I see up in this, okay? Not him giving fake tears and so a little bit of accountability, girl. I said, oh, yeah, they finna tear the bedroom down for sure. Anyway, let's get to Kenneth. Let's get to Kenneth and his brother. So his brother comes over, and of course, they talking about Shorty. Okay. And the brother says that he doesn't like that she calls his mom to complain. So Shorty often calls Kenneth's mom to complain about how their relationship is going. And the brother says something like, I mean, who the hell side she think we finna take? Like, whose side she think we gonna take? And I said, well, baby, you ain't never lied. Cause one thing family gonna do is take up for their trash. It's family members. Period. Okay. Not gonna hold the family member accountable and let them know some of the things that they need to work on and get their SHI together about. Hello? But they gonna take the side like, you ain't gotta be with that person. She ain't gotta keep putting you down like that. Da 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 da. And I won't be sitting over there talking to his motherfucking mama in it. And wait, to be honest with you, because BIT, you probably the motherfucker is he the way he is. Where the fuck is his dirty? Let me talk to, okay? But maybe she was on her summer walker. Like, I want to talk to your mama because she should have beat your ass. Like, I mean, maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why she was talking to your mama. But you know, I mean, I probably want to talk to your mama because I want to whoop her. It's okay. Not that she should have beat yours because that's over with. Okay? But anyway, girl, man, she probably hit anyway. That is his mama's child. So his brother thinks that he's a puppet, right? He feels like, I don't like how she pretty much talks down to you, tell you things that you need to work on, things you need to do, and you just be like, okay, like on a puppet string or whatever he was talking about. And I'm like, baby, that man ain't no puppet. Okay, he's not no puppet, because if he was a puppet, he will be much more elevated than where he is now, because he'll be following what she's been trying to encourage him to do from the beginning. All right, so there's that. Unless it's just a large part of their relationship that we're missing out on, I feel like everybody in America can see it's no shade, but Kenneth don't have a whole lot to offer outside of the peen. Like, come on. What else? The brother thinks that girl, the brother had the audacity. I see what y'all mama did here. I see what she did. Anyway, the brother had the audacity to say, I think she should meet you halfway. I wanted Shorty to come out the room and say, get your motherfuckers out. Meet me halfway in the hallway so you can get the rest of your shit that I done threw out. Because you got her talk about, I think she need to meet you halfway. Ain't that her house? Don't he be driving her car? Girl, don't she be paying the bills? Like, ain't she the one working? Like, what do you mean she needs to meet this man halfway? Damn, she done damn near went 3/4 of the way already. So how far down the road you want her to go? She look like she just need him just come 1/4. Just come this piece, okay? Come right here. Just give me this much. I can't. So I think she need to meet you halfway. And I said, see, that's not the type of friends and brothers you need. That's just going to be yes people and go along and make you think that, like, that's not, You have conversations like with your fam, and if you really care about them and you want to hold them accountable, it's going to be, well, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm only getting your side of the story. So, I mean, tell me, do you know some things that you need to work on? What are some of the things that she's saying? Like, don't be having no one-sided conversation and just take their word as though it's bond. Girl, cut it out. Shay and Fonzo. So she wants to know why he doesn't see how she is affected by not meeting his family. Fonzo says he knows how it affects her, but he's frustrated. But he be frustrated because he doesn't know what else to do. Basically, what Fonzo is saying, my mama's stuck in her ways, and I'm stuck in her ways with her. All right, I don't know what else to do. I've tried to talk to her. I'm not trying to get on my mama's bad side. I love my mama, X, Y, Z. I'm not trying to create no friction about this situation here, because you and I have been operating as good as we've been operating, right? We've been, dealing. So maybe we could continue to deal, and I don't have to go over here and address whatever issues with my mom. So he was trying to avoid having that type of conversation with his mom. Shay doesn't like how he assumes things and not act or change anything, right? Fonzo says that he can't control his mom if she want to hang with an ex. Oh, you're going to have to do something and tell her how that affects you as her child, how that's messed up. Like, what? I don't understand that. Fonzo just likes to avoid tough conversations. He likes to avoid things. He thinks the best way to get over things and get through stuff is to not deal with it and just to avoid it altogether. And it just never brings about any solutions. Like, maybe if I don't talk about it, maybe if I don't bring it up, maybe if I don't bring it to the forefront or to the table, it's going to fade away. And it never does. And he's not learning the lesson that he needs to learn. Okay. So Shay asked about, I think she asked about the last relationship or something. And he says, I guess she said, when was your last relationship, or when did the last relationship end, or something like that? He was like, you asking me or something like that? That was crazy. Shay is growing more frustrated with his responses to her questions, and she's starting to lay down boundaries now and how he needs to get it together for moving on or move on without her. All right. So she says that she wants him to do better, but she wasn't specific, I don't think. Right. He's like, what you want me to do? She's like, I want you to just do better. I want you to do. Well, what does doing better look like? Which makes me feel like Shay does not know what she wants. What Shay wants is to be first position. What Shay wants is to be validated. What Shay wants is for the entire world to know that she's his girlfriend. But with them knowing that you're his girlfriend does not lead to automatic respect. Okay. So you need to lay down, like, what is it that you want specifically with, like, what are the boundaries? Okay. How do you want, like, lay that out? All she is giving me, the fact that she just says, I want you to do better. And she keeps repeating, I want him to know I'm first position. That's all that she wants. She wants validation. She wants the title. She wants the role. And she thinks that that's going to give respect. It's not. Okay. Yeah, I was on T.I. Live the other night when he was talking about Kevin Samuels. Well, I just saw like a little snippet of it. I watched some of it. I ain't watched the whole thing. I think I probably watched like 5 minutes or something. Anyway, this lady hopped on his live, and girl, I was cackling. The lady hopped on his live from Jamaica trying to talk to him because he wanted to argue with people about Kevin Samuels. And so the lady was on it. She's like, oh, I ain't come on here for nothing. I just wanted to see you. And he was like, okay. And I think they had small talk. And he got ready to get her off the line. And she was like, all right, babe. He was like, huh? She was like, you in Atlanta, right? He was like, yeah, all right, you have a good night, right? And she's like, all right, babe. And she just turning her head and doing all this and smiling and shit. And he's like, how do I get this motherfucker off my live? And I'm cracking the hell up. But I'm saying that to say women don't give a they don't care. All right. A lot of them don't. So this man got a whole wife and stuff. And this lady still over here on this man IG live trying to make passes. Girl, y'all could go over there and check it out. He still got it up there on his page. The latest live that he did. And I just thought it was the funniest shit ever. But anyway, yeah. I mean, look at Martell Holden, Miss Ariana. This woman, Melody, had a whole title as wife for years. Been in this position, knowing this man since college. All right. Mr. Girl decided to get pregnant by this man multiple times and finally decided to have the last child. So you need to lay down some other boundaries because you're receiving a title, ain't you? But let's keep going. All right. So Shorty, her mom tells her that marriage is for life. Okay. If he's not right before marriage, what makes you think that he's going to be right after marriage? And I said, come on, mother. Come on, mother. All right. Mother was reading, but these are things that Shorty already knows at her big age. She knows this. Shorty says he is a nice guy, but her mom is like, is he a nice guy? Because I mean, that ain't what you had told me last week. Okay. You were saying that y'all had some issues with this, that, and the other. And now you want to get your ass on camera and you want to sit up here and tell me that he a nice guy. Girl, don't play. Don't play with me. All right. So that's the energy that mama was giving. All right. Her mom says, listen, Gray, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to, you need to make a decision. If this ain't what you want, this ain't what it is, player, you need to jump ship now, because I'm not trying to look up another 3 or 4 years down the road and you still over here just hanging on and just waiting. Right. But Shorty knew what she was doing. Shorty came on this show to find her a new partner or start to casually date so that she can slowly get over him, because she knows this. One, she wants him to move on. She don't want to be with Kenneth. That's one. Two, the reason she continues to allow Kenneth back is because, one, he puts the pressure on her. Okay, according to Miss Girl, what's her name? According to Miss Shorty, it's like he high key stalks her, right? But also when he does that, it's easier for him to come back into her life because those feelings are still there. So I feel like she came in to put a ring on it to slowly soft dating or casually ease back into the dating market. Hopefully he'll find somebody. And then by the time that, this show is over with and they go their separate ways, she would be in a better position getting to know somebody else and not quick to run back or forgive or let him back in her life. So Shorty definitely has a plan on how she's getting out this relationship. And I don't blame her at all. Fonzo, Shay, and Dr. Nicole. So this is my thing. I do not like how Dr. Nicole is not spreading her time, her one-on-one time with the other couples. I do not know why y'all keep allowing Dr. Nicole to go and sit down with Shay and Fonzo as though they are the stars of this show and they are the ones that need more help than anybody. You know who needs more help than anybody up here? Because Shay gonna do what she want to do anyway. Because that's just how she is. It's going to be Kenneth and Shorty. They need the most help, okay? This lady is crying out for somebody to save her. And y'all still going over here sitting down playing with Shay and this bullshit. Girl, I do not have time to play Uno with you. At some point, Shay, it needs to be Uno out. All right? But you still over here trying to be damn Uno. And ain't nobody got time. We need you to Uno out. All right? Because this motherfucker drew about 4 cards and then drew another 2 on top of that. Hello? Girl, and when they go on the family trips, he be hitting your ass with a reverse too, because you not going. The baby mama is. Girl, if you don't Uno out, I don't know what the fuck. Stop sitting with this girl. All right, give other people time. Other people want to be in the game too. Anyway, so Fonzo says that he hasn't been with his ex in 4 years. All right, they didn't officially break up. It just phased out. All right. I'm like, that's not good. Because when you don't officially end something and it just fades out, I don't know. It seems like it always leaves some type of openness to where that person could always come back versus like, let's end it, like it's over, let's move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good that it just phased out. And I wonder, and y'all got kids together, so it's going to be easy. Ain't nobody finna tell me this man did not go back into his ex-girl pond. Yeah, y'all not finna see me. They definitely did with a dabble, girl. So Dr. Nicole asked, do they blame Shay for the ending of that relationship? And he says they just thought she was going to be a fly-by-night chick. Well, I think they do blame her because they thought that she was going to be a fly-by-night chick and she's still there. Meaning she's causing the interference for them to get back to where they were, knowing that the relationship had been over because y'all been phased out, but he didn't officially say it because that's how he operates. I think they do blame Shay for this ending. What's up, Bondi? What's going on, Bondi, honey? Girl, I just got here and I'm already laughing. Not Uno out. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I need her to Uno out. Because he is, playing her. Girl, he is winning the game. For sure. Definitely winning the game. What else we got? So, yeah, in the long run, he does want the families to be able to merge. And I don't know how you want that in the long run, but you're not working towards having that, and maybe he does want that, but does he really want that with Shay? He say that, talk about, I'll be so lost. If Shay left me today, I'll be so lost. Like, get out of here. Get out of here. You doing what you want to do anyway. You're going to be fine, sir. What else? So his baby mama still wants him, is what we know. Duh, we knew that, and he knew he should have checked her years ago. He knew that. He also should have ended the relationship. So it seems like Dr. Nicole wants him to go back and kind of have that conversation. And I'm like, I feel like if you go back to have that conversation, they're gonna look at him as a joke. And I also feel like when he go back and have that conversation, I think it's gonna make it even harder for Shay to come into the fold of the family. We'll have to see, but I just feel like once you got them accustomed to the standards of how it's gonna be difficult for them to change. And she's gonna get even more frustrated. So that's why I think she should just go. So Shorty goes on a date with Tavian. All right. So she asked him about him having a relationship or something like that. Is he open? He's open to having a relationship, but he's a busy man. So he needs somebody that's going to be busy too. And I'm looking like, well, that's probably going to be Shorty, because Shorty does do the radio show. And I'm sure she probably keeps herself busy with other stuff as well. So that might, y'all, that probably could work. All right. He also says when it comes to marriage, he's open to getting married, but he's not going to force himself to get into marriage just to say that he married, because he's dated people in the past. He thought he was going to marry them. It didn't work out that way. So he just doesn't want to put himself in I just got to be married type thing. Okay. So there's that. I mean, Shorty was over there thinking about giving him another date. I already knew. I said, Shorty gonna get this man another date because he's a breath of fresh air. She really likes him. And yeah, he's completely opposite than Kenneth. So I'm like, I see her giving him a third date. I don't know about a fourth, but I definitely saw her giving him another date. So there's that. Girls night. Okay. Girls night. Sounds like Charlie had already read them. That was a little weird. It sounded like Charlie had already read the messages of Otis before they even got to the session, but it seems like Otis just decided to air it out at the session to get back at her. So I was confused. I didn't know if she read it before or afterwards, but either way, he exposed her, and I knew he had an agenda behind it. I just thought that he wanted her to get ridiculed by Dr. Nicole, so he's not the only person feeling it. So it could have been that as well, but also it was him trying to get her back for coming home with those flowers, which was so extremely petty and so stupid. All right, you could have, if you wanted to get back or whatever, you should have went about her a bigger thing of flowers. Like, girl, throw them things in the trash, okay? Like, I got better ones or something. I don't know. Girl, that sounds like some Ralph from Real Housewives of Atlanta would do, huh? I guess, child, he be about fronts. Anyway, we'll talk about him later. Charlie says that she isn't ready to marry him now, because that was a question. Like, if you had the opportunity to marry him now, would you? She was like, nah. I ain't ready. Okay. Based on how she's feeling in this moment, she's not. And that's when Shorty said, when it comes to her and Kenneth, they need to realize that they're not each other's enemy. And I'm like, Kenneth needs to realize that he is going to take more than just DICK to be somebody's forever. Like, all right. So that's what he needs to realize. Shay says it's other things outside of the family issues when it comes to Fonzo. And this is where she goes into saying, I need him to recognize who I am to him, which is first position. No, what you're saying is I need him to make sure everybody else recognizes who I am to him, which is first position. But okay, Shay. So anyway, let's get to Dr. Nicole. So Shay and Fonzo. Shay says her family is open and welcoming of Fonzo, but she has been concerned about whether or not, like, they gave him a nickname, which is like Fonzie or something. So she's concerned, like, dang, like, if I leave him, like, how are they going to feel about that? And her family gave her the okay. Like, if you're not happy, girl, get the hell on. Like, ain't no point in overstaying your welcome if it's just like if you deteriorating from the relationship, like, let it go. Right. So she says that made her feel good and made her feel like she can walk away if that's something that she wants. Dr. Nicole wants them to work on the next step, which is to talk about what they both want from the relationship and their boundaries and all of that. And I feel like they're going to be talking in circles, because I feel like Shay don't really be specific about what it is that she really wants from him, because, like I said, I don't think Shay knows. I think she just wants to be first position. Anyway, Otis and Charlie. So they are in a better place. They're talking it out and accepting accountability. And I think the SEX was good. That's just that on that. All right. Now, Shorty speaks on her date and how it was great. Right. And Kenneth felt like, so she said she gonna go on another date. Here go Kenneth, talk about some, well, he said when Dr. Nicole said, how do you feel about that, Kenneth, if she's going to go on another date? Oh, by all means. Good. By all means. But like, no, he could barely open his eyes. Okay. By all means, yeah, I'm good. But he had to fix his face because he was like, nah, she really going on another date. I'm like, yeah, let the real settle in. Let it settle in, baby, because I know you over there panicking on the inside while you're trying to act unfazed. All right. He was definitely bothered. Charlie was getting ready to speak on her date, and she was about to say whether she was going to go on another date with him. Some part of me thinks that she's not. But we'll see. We'll see next week. I'll be shocked. But I'm thinking that she might not go on another date with him. But, maybe she will. We'll see. The first time I saw Shorty, I knew she was East African. Her mom was the confirmation coming through with traditional hairstyle. Okay. I don't care how my family feel. These feet going to walk and protect my peace. Y'all better cry together. Right? Exactly. It amazes me, Shay trying to analyze Charlie. I would have said to Shay, "B, when you got your degree side, when you got your degree side chick, stay in your place." Oh my God. Was she a side chick? I mean, he was messing with other ladies before he got one. Or is family so stuck on not wanting him with Shay? They may be telling him, don't bring her around. That could be the case too. That could be the case. That relationship didn't phase out. He's still with that lady. Ooh. I'm laughing because it could be true. And it shouldn't be funny, but it could definitely be true. Like, what? It's a little disturbing that all these couples are toxic. I'll stick to the reviews only. Wow. Like, yeah, I feel like this season is more of a trip than last season. I think. Because, girl, everybody out here looking bad. I felt like last season, I forgot and I follow both of them. I'm so sorry. The Omega, I think it's LaRonda, and I forgot her boyfriend's name. Please forgive me. But I felt like they were the only ones that really had potential last season. Right? This season, I'm like, girl, everybody's gonna break up. Just like this, some ain't right. Everybody got to go.